Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're back at it. Alright, so as stated in the previous stream, we're going to be covering this in episodic. This time we are covering the monk. Pugilist / monk. So New Game Plus. Alright. It's going to be very painful doing basic monk skills all over again. But it ought to be fun. Greetings and welcome to the Pugilist Guild. We pugilists are specialists in hand-to-hand combat. Through rigorous training, we forge devastating weapons of our fists and feet, which we employ to great effect in battle. There is no better place in all the realm to train in our discipline than here. If you would walk the way of the pugilist, I highly recommend you add your name to our roll. What say you, friend? Yes. A decision you will not regret, but before we proceed to the paperwork, it is essential that you know something of our guild's storied past. Since time immemorial, man has used whatever has been at his disposal to settle disputes. In the beginning, they meant fighting with his fist. Such hand-to-hand combat existed in various forms throughout Eorzea, each evolving independently of one another. The origins of pugilism as we know it, however, can be traced back to the staging of bare-handed bouts at the Colosseum. These contests attracted fighters from far and wide, bringing the myriad styles crashing together on the bloodsands. Amidst this chaotic intermingling of styles, there rose a pugilist of singular strength and skill. This woman made it her life's mission to master every form she encountered, that she might refine her art. Among her many song-worthy exploits, we pugilists remembered her participation in a gladiator tournament most fondly, back when bare-handed fighting was still seen as a pastime for peasants. She took on fully armed and armored gladiators and effortlessly bested the lot of them. Word of her feat spread across the realm like wildfire, of course, and Ul'dah swiftly transformed into a center of pugilism, with people flocking from all over to train under this master among masters. The woman's name was Cornelia, and it is to her that the Pugilist Guild owes its existence. The art practiced here is based on her all-encompassing style, and this training hall is modeled upon the one which she once built. And there it is, a brief history of our guild. I've told this tale 1,000 times, but gods, it never fails to fan the flames of my fighting spirit. Now then, before we can proceed with your enrollment, you must first obtain the Guildmaster's approval. Let me know when you are ready to meet him. So are you ready to present yourself to the Guildmaster's inspection? Master Hammond is among the greatest pugilists of our time. For long years, the man ruled the Bloodsands as the Holy Fist. Now he has since retired in favor of training aspiring fighters. You will find him overseeing his charges yonder. Go now and show him the fighting spirit that burns within you. Past time you got your arse back here. Well, what did the dancer have to say about my proposition? Eh? You're not my errand boy. There's no dancer. There never was. I'm not doing anything indecent, I swear to the gods. What? You're here to enroll? Well, why didn't you say so sooner? In my capacity as Guildmaster, I would be glad to give you a primer on the art of hand-to-hand combat. Doubtless you already know this, but we pugilists fight with our fists and feet. While those don't deal as much damage as a blade, it hardly matters when you can land several blows for each swing of the sword. What we lack in destructive force, we more than make up for in speed and cunning. Under my guidance, not only will you master striking techniques, but you also learn to string them together to deliver an endless flurry of blows. Only through such fierce combinations can a pugilist realize his potential. Yeah. Crikey, I'm spent from all this talking. You ought to speak more, son, and give me a chance to catch my breath. But where was I? All right, joining the guild. Before you do, I must warn that the path of the pugilist is long and arduous. Do you believe you've got what it takes to go the distance? Be honest with yourself now. Yes, we can go the distance. Yes, you have fighting spirit. I can see it in your eyes. I have no reason to deny you a place in these halls. Welcome to the guild, son. To help you on your way, I will add some names to your hunting log, opponents that might hone your skills against. And so, as to make a budding pugilist of you, here's your very own pair of Hora. You're a tad old and rusted, but that'll serve to make you look meaner, I reckon. Now, I have a mind to assign you your first lesson. Arm yourself with your weapons and let me know when you're ready to begin. One down. Looking every bit of pugilist, son. Now the learning can commence. For your first lesson, I want you to test your fledgling skills against the vermin and thonolin. Get out there and put down 3 marmots, 3 hornets, and 3 shrews. Return here when the deed is done. Now, this goes without saying, but I expect you to fight using the Hora I just gave you. It counts for none if you skewer the beasties with a spear or fry them with a spell, say. Yes, I know. Just like the Black Mage. The opening quests are usually the easiest ones. Go here, kill that, come back. It only feels so long because 1, you don't have access to flying, and 2, you're not OP like I am through New Game Plus, so. Ah, you're back. None the worse for the exertion. Youthful vigor's a truly blessed thing. If you want to become strong, you mustn't neglect your training, indeed. A pugilist is only as good as the numbers of strikes he's dealt. So get out there, Strife, and let your fist fly. When the time is ripe, I'll teach you something new. There's no limit to the potential of youth. I look forward to seeing you come into your own. You've been training hard, Strife. I can tell by the lightness of your steps and the strength in your fist. I reckon you're ready for your next lesson. But before we begin, some warming up's in order. For this, I've scattered up some gil across Ul'dah. I want you to run around the city and pick it all up. Now, that's my money line out there, so I don't want you to go about it like there's an Amalja war bond on your heels. In other words, I want you to sprint. Of course, you can't go sprinting indefinitely. Your body needs rest while you each burst of speed. This may sound elementary, but I'm telling you this to demonstrate a point. As a pugilist, it's essential that you learn to pace yourself in a fight. else you're liable to get worn out. And when that happens, the fight's as good as over, and you'd be sorry if you had a bet on yourself. I wonder how many people will actually, like, I don't know if they've changed this from back in the day. Like, I don't really remember, but I wonder how many people actually thought that they had the sprint. There we go. Found all the guild coins. There's my money lying out there, son. I think you'd hurry to pick it all up before some vulture swoops it in. 500 gil. Crikey, this is good for a week's worth of... I mean, well done, Strife. Now that we're all warmed up, we can see to your lesson. A trial, to be precise. Take yourself to Scorpion Crossing in Western Thonland. There you'll find 4 large stones. The trial stones, they're called. I want you to do each of these stones a solid boot shine combo. The impact will arouse the earth sprites that sleep within, which you must then defeat. If you find yourself hard pressed, there's no shame in running away. You're still learning the ropes after all. Once you've gotten your wind back, you can hurl yourself into the fray again. And remember this, strikes bring down opponents, but it's your footwork that keeps you standing. Now, off you go, Strife, and good luck. Right. Western Tunnel, I think it was. Yep. Of course, the problem is that they changed the combo. I don't know. No, they haven't changed the combo really, so... all the way over here. I'm gonna try and be as quick as I can getting through this, but I want the quest story to be covered, the class story to be covered, so. So, you've given the Earth Sprites what for? Well done, Strife. By smiting stone and earth, you forged unyielding weapons with your fists. You're a nigh endless font of vigor, Strife. Aye, just like myself in my younger days. Too much wine, women, and song, eh? This must be the promising recruit you've been telling me about. Well, of course he's promising. He's training under Hamun Holy Fist. That's our Master Hammond. Strife, I don't believe I've introduced you to my assistant yet. This is Chuchuto. A pleasure to make your acquaintance. As introduced, I serve as Master Hamon's right hand, though there's still much more I've yet to learn together. Let us strive for mastery of our arts. Chuchuto joined the guild soon after I was made its master. She's my very first student, as a matter of fact. Well, there was one other, to be sure, but... Let's not dwell on the past, Master. It was Strife's bright future we were discussing. Which reminds me, did you collect my gil from him? My gear is rather worn down, and I do need the money for repairs. Strife's future with us is bright indeed. If he keeps up his efforts, he may well become the next Holy Fist. Train hard, young one, and grow strong. When the time's right, I'll have another little lesson for you. There you are, Strife. I see you've been training hard as ever. Your eyes are starting to have the sharpness of a predator about them. Last time you learned the basics of combinations. Today I would have you build on that knowledge. I've set up 5 wooden dummies outside the guild among the merchants' strip. By way of a warm-up, I want you to deal each a solid boot shine combo. Oh, and don't mind the townsfolk who've gathered to watch. Yes, sir! I will go and demonstrate the power of the Holy Fist. Yep. Looks good. I will. And of course, we know that's not going to be the end of it, So the wooden dummies have felt your wrath. Good, now we can move on to your lesson. When you first came to us, I taught you the combinations make a pugilist. What you need to know next is that not any hodgepodge or strikes makes a combination. There's an order to things, a natural flow from one technique to the other. Today I would have you practice one of the most elementary combinations in a pugilist's arsenal. It goes like this. Lead with a swift boot shine combo. Keep your foe off balance with a true strike, then bring it home with a blistering snap punch. With practice, combinations such as this will become second nature. They must if you expect to become an accomplished pugilist. Now, you'll need some opponents to practice on. The Kikirin that infest the rat's nest in Central Tunnel that really does serve. Hit them with a snap punch 3 times, and then we'll call it a lesson well learned. Alright, Central Tunnel. back to Ul'dah. Quick, simple, easy, effective. On average, it seems like I'm taking about 10 or so minutes per quest with reading, so... Yeah, you've already mastered the snap push combination. Crikey, Strife, you're a natural at it, just like I was. Not to brag, but I happen to be a veritable storm of flying fists when the mood strikes me. I treat you to a demonstration here and now, except... I'm liable to tear down the entire guild in the process. Master Hammond has a penchant for regaling us with tales of his exploits, but these never amount to a demonstration. His favorite is his victory over the fearsome marauder Wide Axe. Him he felled with a combination so swift and seamless, they say you couldn't see his hands, or so the legend goes. That one never gets old. Our dearest master's humility aside, your progress is truly astounding. If I don't keep on my toes, you're like to surpass me in a matter of moons. Just between you and me, Chuchuto's been in a slump of late. It all began when our closest friend and guildmate suddenly up and disappeared. Rurukuda's the lad's name, and he and Chuchuto joined the guild together. The two of them were born to refugees and were orphaned in the calamity. Not long after I was made guildmaster, I found them on the streets, starved, near to death. I did what any decent man would. I took them in and clothed them and fed them. When they were strong again, they said they wanted to become pugilists like me, and so I trained them as well. Since then, they've been best friends and rivals both, one helping to raise the other up. Would that we knew what's become of Rurukuda. But we're talking about you, Strife. You've impressed me yet again, and I hope you continue to do so. Keep up the good work, you hear? There you are, Strife. I hope you come prepared for a lesson. Today I want you to go and fight the toxic toads that nest at the unholy air. Make no mistake, son, these toads are huge, which means they have huge guts, but that's beside the point. The point is, you'll need to use your head to overcome them. Thanks to their immense girth, these toads hit hard, and fortunately, they tend to hit wild as well. So bide your time and wait for an opening, and when that opening shows, whack! Rip and tear through your foe with your fists. As proof you defeated the toads, I want you to bring me 5 of their legs. Chuchuto and I will be waiting for you at Blackbrush Station. Your lesson continues there. Well, at least it's not Eastern Thanalan. Not yet, anyway. Don't mind me sinking a few bites in at dinner while I have the chance. Mainly while there's no talking. Best doggo, according to some. So, did you bring me the toad legs? Yes, I did. This is the stuff, alright. Now I just need some butter, a slice of sun lemon, and a pinch of... Master? What I mean to say was, you've done well to defeat the toxic toad, Strife. For the next part of your lesson, you'll be putting your endurance to the test against... The talk was true, Hammond Holyfist is really here. I can take nary a step outside the guild without being flocked. Such is the price of fame. Please, sir, I have grave need of your legendary skills. Somnus is being smuggled through Blackbrush Station. I reported this to the brass blades and the stone torches, asked them to put an end to it, but they both turned a blind eye. Somnus, that's the mind-warping substance made from dream flowers. Those who overindulge are said to fall into an eternal slumber. A dear friend suffered that very fate. That's why I want to put an end to the smuggling, but I'm just an ordinary person. There's precious little I can do. You've done enough to bring word to me. For as surely as Hammond Holyfist is my name, I'll see the smuggler scum thrown in the dungeon before the bell is through. 12 bless you, sir. You truly are a hero to us all. Slight change of plans, Strife. In place of the endurance test, we're going to go find and apprehend the smugglers. But first, we must gather information. You two find out what you can for the people of Blackbrush Station. Report back once you've learned something. Searching for Somnus smugglers, you say? Word is they're associated with the Alacran, a coalition of cold-blooded criminals. But beware, they always act in alliance. There's an abandoned Kakiran lair a short distance west of the Coffer and Coffin. Decent folk tend to give that place a wide berth. Ideal for smuggling operation, wouldn't you say? It appears the silver-haired Lalafell was seen skulking about the station recently. He was headed west, bearing a suspicious burden. The Alacran, likely hideout, the silver-haired Lalafell. I don't like the sound of this, not one bit. Like as not, the smugglers operate out of the abandoned Kakiran lair west of the Coffer and Coffin. We'll lie in wait there for them. Tree shark, or air shark, sea shark, blue shark, red shark, green shark, pink shark. Our first pugilist instanced. Oh, balls. That's... We've really outdone ourselves this time. Master Wagfar is bound to be pleased. Save the talk, we have crates to move. Rurukuta, it is you, isn't it? Chuto and Master, it's been a while. You vanished from the guild with nary a word, and we find you here smuggling somnus with those villains? What is the meaning of this? Rurukuta, my boy, I didn't teach you how to fight so that you could become a pox on society. My student or no, you must be held accountable. Chuto, Strife, your lesson begins. Apprehend the smugglers. You lot, take care of these meddlers. And done. I'm an Holy Fist, just our luck. If you know who I am, then you'll know what's good for you. Come quietly or there will be trouble. Holy Fist, don't make me laugh. You're being fooled, all of you. Who's fooling who? What in the world are you talking about? It was a dark night several moons ago. I was out in the wilds training alone. From a distance, I caught sight of Master leaving the tavern and turning for the city. Thinking to accompany him back, I followed on his heels. I was about to call out when I saw this. You would challenge the Holy Fist? You have fighting spirit, I'll grant you that. But you do well to know your limits. So be it. Master? You read my every move. You're no ordinary marmot. Master! All I wanted was to be surrounded by scantily clad maidens when my time came. The gods are cruel. Master, what is the meaning of this? Explain yourself. Now you've seen it with your own eyes. Master was beaten by a marmot. A common, bleeding marmot. He would remind us how strong he was at every turn, but he was lying through his teeth. I can scarce believe my eyes. Wait till Master Wegfair learns of this. Forgive me, Chichuto, Strife. I didn't mean to deceive anyone, least of all my students. A Mount Holy Fist conquered every foe that stood before him, but he couldn't conquer old age. My strength, my reflexes, my endurance, they've all left me. There's nothing here but a decrepit old man. I would be alone for a while. I'll make my own way back to the guild. From now on, you're to do as Chuchuto bids, Strife. Back to Ul'dah. To be fair, time is undefeated. You and time, it's like a boxing round. It's like a boxing match. It's just a matter of how many rounds you can stand. I've been doing some thinking, Strife. While it's true that Master had been deceiving us, he meant us no harm. Besides, I owe him my life. Had he not taken me in all those years ago, I would have died in some ditch. I could never bring myself to hate him. Even if he were an ordinary old man, I would still respect him. Alas, with the truth of his condition revealed, Master Hammond has lost his sense of purpose, his will to teach. I cannot bear to see him like this. I want him to regain his confidence, but for this he needs to regain his former strength. Listen, Strife, Master ever said that you remind him of his younger self. Were you to continue showing rapid improvement, I dare hope that you might rekindle his fighting spirit. To this end, I will teach you a new technique, one which Master Hammond used to great effect during his prize fighting days. Steel Peak, it's called, and it sees you channel your gathered chakra into a powerful attack performed with your entire body. Make this technique your own, Strife, and strive to go stronger still. When next Master Hammond beholds you, he will surely be moved to action. Oh, it's you, Strife. I'm sorry, but I don't have anything to teach you. If I ever did at all, you're far better off training under Chuchuto. You'll find her over yonder. Just leave me be. I was so hopeful that seeing you improve in leaps and bounds would spur Master Hammond out of his old doldrums. Seems more must be done. Perhaps the end result is not so important as the manner in which you get there. In other words, if you were to train precisely as Master Hammond once did, overcoming the self-same challenges that he did in his youth, I dare say it would stoke the fires of his fighting spirit. Listen well, Strife. Master once told me that he used to refine his combinations by provoking deadly creatures into unleashing their fury upon him. For this purpose, he often went to the southern part of Drybone to fight the hornet gods there. To this day, the tree trunks that he struck to ward the Vilekin from their hives bear the mark of his fist. I want you to seek out these trees and do as Master Hammond once did. Strike them with a bootshine combo. Fight the hornet clouds that emerge. Once you have felled enough of the creatures to collect 3 of their stingers, return here and present them to Master Hammond. They will remind him of better days, I'm sure of it. Oh my god, we're going to Eastern Thotolin again! Who knew? And back to Son Ul'dah. What is it now? Can't you leave a feeble old man in peace? Balls. These are hornet stingers. You trained as I once did out in Drybone. Those hornet clouds are right pesky buggers. I fair lost count of the times they stung me, though I remember the places well enough. The pain was nigh unbearable, but I always stood my ground. Ah, the memories of younger days come flooding back. What I wouldn't give to relive them. Strife, I want you to fight me, right here, right now. Make me remember what it's like to be young again. To have nothing to lose and everything to gain. Okay. Ready or not, here I come. Oh, that'll leave a bruise. Starting to come back to me. You won't have it so easy this round, Strife. Have you no respect for the elderly? Yes, my strength returns. Come on, let's go it. Let's go it one more round. Again? Hurt me more. I feel so alive. Iwakatasai. God, I haven't felt this invigorated since forever. When I'm fighting you, it's as though I'm fighting my younger self. But yet there's still hope for these old bones. I'll make my comeback yet. See if I don't. What are you doing, old man? Learning how to walk? Your Wagfar White Axe. Ain't no one called me that in ages. Nay, not since the day you defeated me on the Blood Sands. I gave up prize fighting after that for the humiliation, but it weren't long till I found a place in the Alakran. Your boy Rurukuda works for me now. Imagine me surprised when I learned you used to train under the mighty Holy Fist. But Holy Fist ain't nothing but a name these days, so I'm told. How do you sleep at night knowing how flaccid you've become? Of course, if you're having trouble nodding off, you could always try a whiff of some somnus. I'll even give you a complimentary sample. But like as not, a doddering old sort like you will never wake up again. Shut your mouth, Wagfar, or I'll shut it for you. Now, let's be civilized for a moment, huh? We're old friends, after all, and friends help each other out. You mentioned making a comeback just now. If you're serious about it, I'll be glad to lend a helping hand. By way of motivating ye, how about we have us a rematch? Of course, I'd take the place public just like old times. Oh, there should be a fitting purse as well. Let's say the winner gets the Pugilists Guild. What? That's ridiculous. Master, you're not obligated to take him up on this. This must be your little nursemaid. Rest assured, after I've taken over the guild, I'll keep her on as my personal assistant. Do you really mean to fight him? Have no fear, Chuchuto. Master. Strife, I don't mean to put undue pressure on you. But the fate of the guild rests upon your shoulders. I don't believe this. Listen to me, Chuchuto. I know I can do this. I just need Strife to keep getting stronger as he's been doing so far. Fighting him reminds me of who I used to be. I'm confident I can be that man again. If you're feeling apprehensive about this rematch business, I don't blame you. I'm not blind to reality. If I were to face Wegpar as I am now, I'd be down for the count in a matter of heartbeats. I'm not lying dead in a pool of my own blood. But I'm determined to win, and I can with your help. Your presence sets my fighting spirit raging, Strife. So keep at your training. I promise to do the same. When you've grown stronger, return here and we'll both continue our lessons. I swear, each time I see you, you remind me more and more of my younger self. At this rate, you're likely to transform into a handsome devil before the moon's over. Well, I'd like to think I already am there, but, you know, hand to each their own. Now then, I believe you're here to learn. Unfortunately, I am in no condition to teach. It's rather embarrassing to admit, but in my eagerness to prepare for a big rematch, I overtrained and thrown my back out. I tell you, old age is hell. I feel Chuchuto will have to tend to me. Seems the prospect of facing his old rival has lit a veritable fire under Master Marmon's backside. I'm so relieved to see that he has purpose again. The trick now is to keep a lid on his wheel and let him into himself. But let us speak of your lesson. When you're ready, come and meet me at Little Alameda. I have a challenge in mind that you are certain to find stimulating. I don't like the way you, enunciated that. I really don't. Been waiting for you, Strife. Today your training will be to prepare for Master Hammond's training. I've brought with me a set of striking demos, and I want you to deploy them at certain locations. Lest you think this task to be drudgery, the locations are rife with peril. Your skills will most certainly be put to the test. By way of advice, if you must approach dangerous ease, lightness of foot is your greatest ally. Off with you now, Strife. Go set up those striking demos. I shall await your return. Yep, because this place was rife with perils. Yeah, we have deployed the striking dummies. Report to Chuchuto. Oh, of course you had to be a dick. No, you can't go out that way. That's too easy. Excellent work, Strife. All that's left is to have Master Hammond come and train. What are you doing here? That adventure has a negative influence on Master Hammond, and I'm going to see that he never bothers him again. What are you talking about? Strife's the best thing that's happened to Master in years. If you want a piece of him, you'll need to deal with me too. Yeah. Oh, you brought a big one for me. Bye-bye. Why, Rurukuta? Why are you so bent on bringing down Master Hammond and seeing the guild in ruins? You have it all wrong. I'm doing this for Master's own sake. It's true I left the guild for the shock of seeing Master in that pathetic state, and it's true I got involved with some unsavory types. But where else was I supposed to go? Me, a refugee without a guild to his name. But for all the ungrateful things I've done, I've never forgotten how Master Hammond took me in and instructed me in the ways of the fist. This is why I want to give up his foolish notion of facing Wegfar. You don't know the man like I do, Chichuto. Should this fight come to pass, I fear Master won't walk away with his life. It doesn't matter that Master has grown weak and feeble. I just want him to live, even if it means having him swallow his pride. Oh, Rurukuta, why didn't you just say so? But now that I know your mind, I can say with confidence that you have no cause to fear. Strife is not the plague that you think he is. It's his will to succeed that inspiring Master to regain his former strength. And when that day on the rematch finally comes, I have no doubt he will wallop the odious Wegfar to the seventh hell and back. I pray you're right, but whatever happens, know that I cannot help you. Not where I am. Chituto, Strife, I leave Master Hammond in your care. Gods, that felt liberating. Trading blows with Rurukuta and learning his true agenda. Great burden has been lifted off my chest. Let us return to the guild, Strife. You've had your training, and now it's time for Master Hammond's. Yep. We're actually really close to being done with the Pugilist side. Welcome back, Strife. I'm told you've kindly set up some dummies for me. Oh, gods, man, did you have to put them in such dangerous places? To make matters worse, Chichudo's hidden my grog and says I won't see a drop of it till I finish my training. How the hell am I supposed to loosen my phlegm now? That girl will make a fine guildmaster when the time comes. I heard about Rurukuta as well, of course. For all his shortcomings, the boy has a good heart. But while his concern is touching, I won't run from Wegfire. Not today, not ever. On that note, I'd best get ready for my little jaunt to Little Alamigo. If I can't face down a few mindless beasts, I'm in no shape to challenge Wegfire. Don't slack off, Strife, or I'll leave you in my dusty wake. Return of the Holy Fist. I'm pleased to say I managed to find and thwack all the dummies. You did well to deploy them where you did, son. Thanks to you, I almost got killed several times. But what doesn't kill you only makes you stronger, and I'm feeling stronger than I have in ages. As a matter of fact, I reckon I'm not far from regaining my former strength. One last step will get me there, and I'll take it by having another bout with you, Strife. I want you to meet me out in the Sengoli Desert, at the settlement called Forgotten Springs. The place is home to the most luscious Makote maidens this side of Eorzea. Gods, I can't wait to take in their lovely forms again. And people say, I'm a perv. Alright, Hammond, what do you got? The landscape takes me back. It does. Sand as far as the eyes can see, crystal clear spring waters cooling your feet, scantily clad lasses giggling as they bathe and frolic. I well remember these things, but my body has forgotten the seamless combinations that earned me the epithet of Holy Fist. That's where I'd have you enter, Strife. Sparring with you is what first got me back into the swing of things. Now it's time to finish the job. But before we begin, some warming up is in order. I want you to take yourself across the dunes to the south and defeat 5 sandworms. I'll be waiting for you there. What? Don't I need a warm-up too? Oh, don't worry, I had mine long before you arrived. Those enormous buggers never knew what hit them. If you don't want to be outdone by this old man, you best run along and give them more of the same. I've seen the sandworms. Marvelous. Now the real training can begin. Thanks to you, I've managed to get most of my stamina back. I'm confident I can go the distance with the fittest of them. But if I'm to defeat Wegfire, I'll need more than just endurance. I need to remember how each strike transitions to the next, and you're going to help me refresh my memory by pummeling the sense back into me. Because that sounds like the best idea in the world. This is what I call growing pains. The next round will be mine. Oh. I've got it. As the river flows to the sea, headless of all that bars its path, so too must our combinations be. Oh, that even rhymes. Thank you, Strife. The raging torrent of your blows has been as a strike of lightning to my brain case. I remember everything. Master, it's Wakefar. The man is back in Ul'dah. He's demanding that you fight him, now. So it begins. Very well, I will go to settle the score with Wakefar. He will be the first to know that the Holy Fist has returned. I guess that means we get to go back and help. Back to Ul'dah! It's not too bad. A little over an hour, and we're basically wrapping up the Pugilist side, so it's not too bad. We've still got the monk side to do, which, again, shouldn't be that bad, but we'll see. I didn't expect you to come so soon, if at all. You sure you want to go ahead with this? I'm a man of reason, and I'd sooner not have to hurt you. Just give up now, and we can put an end to this murmurous farce. You can live out the rest of your days in peace. The only murmurous farce I see is a man trying to squirm out of his own self-wrought challenge. I'm gonna make you the same offer. Walk away, and you won't get hurt. They say Hammond Holyfist is going to perform his legendary technique. Right here on the avenue? Is it safe? The age has robbed you of your wits as well as your strength. Well, if you're so eager for pain, who am I to deny it to you? Just remember, there ain't no going back once your head goes flying. Just like old times, hey Wakefar? Hurrah! Did you see that? Because I sure as the hells didn't, and he was too fast. No, this can't be. I refuse to be beaten by a senile old fool. Get your arses out here, all of you. In case you're wondering, that was Pluto. Just a drag of it and your body turns hard as iron. Not even blades can pierce it. Stubborn bugger. Rubakuta, but why? I refuse to fight on the side that cheats. Say your prayers to whatever gods you keep. By the time I'm finished, not even your mothers will recognize you. You want to put that to the test? I mean, obviously we're going to, but... more, huh? No. Down, boy. You did it, Master Hammond. You won. Master. No, Chuchuto. We won. This victory wasn't mine alone. Holy fisticuffs. That was incredible. You wiped the avenue with those crooks. I'm going to tell my grandchildren tales of what happened here. Our work here is done. Let's all go home to the guild. I want to thank you again, Strife. It's because of you I was able to rekindle my fighting spirit and conquer my demons. Perhaps even more importantly, Rirukudo's come to his senses and Chuchuto's back to her bubbly self. Please forgive me, Master. I will have no more to do with the Alacrown. I will roam the land till I find myself and strive to become a great pugilist like you. You've only just returned and you're leaving us already? I don't suppose there's aught I can say that will change your mind, but if you ever want for company or a sparring partner, know that you're always welcome here. Youthful vigor's a truly blessed thing. Go well, my boy. There's not a doubt in my mind that you'll do me proud. As for you, Strife, your combinations were a sight to behold, and right painful to receive. In helping me with my training, you've come into your own as a pugilist. You've grown strong, Strife, but your journey as a pugilist is far from over. To get as far as I have, you'll have to overcome many and more trials and tribulations. But whatever challenges threaten to block your path, I'm confident that you'll be able to blaze yourself a path. So long as your spirit burns bright and your fists fly with conviction, there's nothing you can't achieve. I'm the living proof. Forge onward, young one, and create a legend for yourself, never to be forgotten. This one did go a lot faster than Thaumaturge, it feels like, but... Alright. Alright. I'll take a quick break here since I actually got through that a lot faster than I thought I was going to. Let me take my plate out, refill my drink. Nope, not offline. And then we'll come back and knock out the monk half, and then that'll call it a night here. For this part. BRB. Alright, we're back. Let's begin the second half of this endeavor. Le Monk. Brother from another mother. Tell me, do you know of Professor Eric? He is a scholar of Eorzean military history, whose genius is second to none, and he is among our most valued clients. Some find him to be verbose, tedious, haughty, but never mind all that. The man spends more gil on a moon's research than most people see in a lifetime, hence our amicable relations. His latest work has him visiting the sites of ancient battlefields. He insists on surveying lands plagued by savage beasts. According to him... Jesus Christ, Ray!
Give me your meat.
Really? all it takes is 3 for 8 gift subs. Well, thank you, Rain. And I guess congrats to South Sea Bast 5, Synthric, Strawberry Deathcake, Moody, Chaotic Possum, Silent Guardian, Zell, and Sons of Rain. And wow, Rain, you've gifted 400 subs in the channel. Dear God. And Zell returns from D&D. Hello there. Welcome back. Fetch. Thank you, Rain, for the gift subs. I appreciate it. Wow, that timing. According to him, the beasts keep man away, and less intrusion by man means greater preservation. Whatever his reason, should the professor meet an untimely fate, we will be unable to collect the gil he has borrowed, much less the interest. Oh, and it would be a terrible loss for the academic community, and so on and so forth. Yes, yes. The point is, the man just needs to be guarded. To that end, I sent a monk of Alamigo to see to his safety, but it turns out the bloody oaf has no work ethic about him, just like an Alamigan. The professor cannot focus on his work if he feels in danger, and so he's demanded we assign him a new bodyguard. That's why I'm so glad to see you, Strife. The professor is awaiting his new escort as we speak, and I'd like for it to be you. You are yet a mere pugilist. Perhaps this task would provide some insight into what it is the monkhood does around here. Make for the Goldsmiths Guild and seek out our good Professor Elk. The professor claims he will pay his debt and the fees for his protection once his research is complete. See to it our investment doesn't end up under the paw or in the maw of some nasty beast. Well, welcome, Rain. Thank you for the thing. Thank you for the hype train. That was perfectly timed, especially with Zell returning back from D&D. Since you guys weren't completely here for that, I have decided to do these episodically, just because of the fact that the Thaumaturge and Black Mage storyline took me about three hours to cover.
So to make it so this way it's not a super long stream, I just decided to do like individual episodes. So I ended stream after I finished up the Black Mage. You know, came back about half hour later and started up a second one to do Monk, and I'm gonna try and do like one a day to cover all the job quests for Realm Reborn classes. And again, yeah, thank you for the hype train, my friend. Ah, my punch-prone manservant, I presume. You may and shall call me Eric. You are to guard my life, even at the cost of your own, and aid in my revolutionary research whenever and however asked. Know that my primary endeavor is to reconstruct the military histories of old through the ethereal analysis of ancient battlegrounds. I assume the words conjure in your mind, simple mind, romantic images of vast plains and open valleys with armies charging blindly at one another. False. I seek to know where the armies of old were deployed, where they made camp and marched. No doubt you think such lands to be those sung of in the songs of bards. False. They are here, beneath our very feet, and to find them and determine precisely how events unfolded upon them is my purpose. No doubt you jumped at the chance to aid in my work. Tell me, which of my treatises have you read? All of the... none? Gods, I knew you adventurers had a reputation for being unlettered. I didn't know you actually made efforts to remain so. Matters not. I require only that you work with diligence. Unlike that Withergelt buffoon, the man proved to be sloth itself. Alas, he is a monk of Alamigo. I suppose the fool was too busy opening his chakra or whatever it is those barbarians do all day. And the hype train comes to an end now. Good, good. You show that much promise at least, but let us speak more of my work. Our first destination is the Ul'dah excavation site in central Thanalan. I believe events of great import to the history of Ul'dah transpired there. Hype chest open. Surely if you have ears you've heard of Ul'dah, or are you deaf as well as dull? Very well, I see you require some instruction. It would be remiss of me as an academic to allow you to wallow in such ignorance. Ul'dah was plunged into chaos into the wake of King Lalawefu's demise, or the King of Springs as he was known. Despite the success of economic reforms, babble babble, fomented unrest among the people, babble, resulting in violent outbreaks throughout the kingdom. Ul'dah was babble babble babble, Sultan at the time, babble babble, distant descendant, babble babble, attack was ordered, babble babble. And so, babble 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 babble, irony of ironies, babble babble babble, hadn't been for that horse, babble babble babble. Fascinating, is it not? It is enough to convince one things could not have happened any other way, no? False. One among my colleagues disagreed with this interpretation of events. He claimed to have evidence suggesting otherwise, but all trace of it disappeared before it was published. Mine own research shall unearth any such evidence should it truly exist. I shall know the truth. Granted, you are not the brightest coal in the brazier, but surely such a prospect entices even you. And so we make for the Ul'dah excavation site in central Thanalan. Travel the way before me to see that it is safe, and once there, set up this aetherometer. And should you ever care to know more about the Eorzean military history, do come and see me. It is a personal crusade of mine to guide the dullards of this realm towards such a modicum of enlightenment. Okay. I guess we'll go there. How was work, Rain, and how is your ear? Is it any better today? work was tiring. And right off the bat, an instance. Well done. Now we only need to wait for the ethometer to gauge the... There are fiends about, Strife. They are often drawn to the lingering sense of blood and death. Well, this is what you're here for. Have at it. As for my ear, I've made first use of my new eardrops. Hopefully they're helping. Ul'dah, so good of you to drag yourself all this way. You pure-blind sluggard. Strife, you have far exceeded what admittedly low expectations I had of you. I suppose introductions are in order, far be it from me to deny the realms unread the comfort of one another's company. Ul'dah, Strife. Or Ul'dah, Strife. Strife, Ul'dah. The monk I spoke of, sent to me by Gargaruda. I tried to make a pupil of Ul'dah as well, but he has little mind for history. His primitive beliefs in the witchcraft of chakra and spiritual energies have a tenacious hold on him. Oh, truly. This is the area where there have been sightings of walking dead. I have heard the tales. Some claim they've even seen an apparition wearing the garb of an ancient commander. Careful. There are still dangers about. His work is dear to him. That is good. He thirsts for knowledge, for truth. Discovery awakens him. You too have awoken, friend. Can you not feel it? Do not be frightened. Here was a battle long ago. Much energy remains. It has found you. It flows through you. Your chakra has been opened. This was the light that shone from you. It is as Eric said, Ul'dah is my name. I am a brother of the monkhood. My order is the Fist of Rhalgr. Our way is to train the body and mind. The fist is our weapon. With it, we put down our enemies. The energy within us moves the fist. The chakra is the seat of that energy. It is a sacred place. It can be opened, and the life force within controls. Chakra exists in all that lives, in all beings. Yet not all beings can open them. Much training is needed and great discipline. With these, the life force be commanded. There are those who require no training. Their inner strength is such that it forces the chakra open. I have heard of this happening, but never have I seen it. Until now. I see in you great conviction. You mean to walk the monk's path, and so I will give this to you this, a soul crystal, the mark of my order. None but a monk may hold them, and only then with the order's lead. But your chakra is awakened, that is clear, and so you are worthy. Many bore that crystal before you. It remembers them, their breath and their movement. They will one day be yours, but your chakra must open further. Only then can the crystal's memories enter you. This is no more than the beginning. Now you must train. Learn to control the life force within you. With time, you will master it. We stand on an ancient battleground. A great war was waged here. The spirit of the fight lingers. The aether reaches for the chakra. It aids in their opening. That is why we monks seek such lands. Eric seeks these lands for reasons of his own. The fates favor you in this. Follow him. Your chakra will grow ever more. Evening, Ump? Professor Eric is leaving. Fear not, I will see to his safety. Please, brother, the aetherometer. Gather it and bring it to the Goldsmith's Guild. How are you tonight? You just missed out on the freaking hype train that rain dropped on me out of the blue. I'm kind of considering this like partially like the preemptive streamerversary, because mainly the fact that my streamer anniversary is on a day that I work, so it wouldn't be hard for me to do stuff. So I'm just trying to do a couple of things on my days off before and after. So. Well, look who has decided to grace us with his presence. Did you enjoy the saunter back? I was just about to begin my analysis, so if you matters you wish to speak on it, ask that you save it for... You've brought the aethometer. Excellent. I had a feeling you might not be entirely useless. Now, let us see what discoveries await. Well, they got passed along a soul crystal to you. You moved to join the monkhood by the bone-headed clod, were you? Well, I suppose it's for the best that my pupils get along. But I do believe I will see to it that you are sent to separate locations for the next round of measurements. And I dare say the land to which I intend to send you is fraught with dangers. You had best tread the monk's path quickly if you mean to defend yourself, and me besides. Monk unlocked. Again. And that unlocks the rock breaker technique. Alright. Just the pupil I was hoping to see. I was a hair's breadth from setting out on my own. So look at you. Yes, I dare say you appear to have been growing in brawn at the expense of brain. Right, well, let us measure some aether, shall we? And by we, I mean you. Oh, and the monk simpleton, of course, though contrary to his nature, he has already set out for the destination I assigned him. Thinking perhaps that you are far too stupid to take, much less understand etheric readings, it is true, you are stupid. But the aetherometer shall do all the work for you and transmit the data back to me. As souls more suited to action, the monk simpleton and yourself need only carry the device on your person and set about beating on things as you always do. It shall capture data as you trudge about hither and yon. Aether is not only the source of all magics, but also the font of all life. Yet despite its ubiquity, it remains imperceptible. When a living thing dies, the aether comprising its life is released. When this discharge takes place, a portion of that aether remains, lingering in the physical world. No doubt you have babble babble, ethereal crystallizations, babble babble, physical manifestations, apparitions of the deceased, babble babble, luminescent glow, babble babble, known as the ethereal threshold. In short, the more violent and dramatic the loss of life, the greater the amount of aether left behind, either in its imperceptible form or in crystallizations. And where are the most lives lost in this manner? Cemeteries? No, false, you idiot. Battlefields. Do you not see? With etheric readings on these locations, you can discern the scale and more of the battles that took place there. As for those foolable reliefs the monkhood keeps, chakra and spiritual energies and whatnot, if I were to allow that they truly exist, I would be inclined to say that they are one and the same as aether itself. The aether churning around these ancient battle sites comes to naturally settle in the surrounding life, both plant and animal, though more so in the latter. It accumulates within them. Felling these beasts then releases that aether, causing a surge that resonates with the aether within you, causing it to expand. The so-called opening of the chakra. By this, the very power of life itself within you grows. A watered-down explanation, but adequate for one of your mental prowess, I believe. Mine own wife never had the patience for such things either, nor my passion. She cursed me and my work, took our children, and returned to Alamigo. But now it's not the time for that tale. The area I'm placing you in charge of is Bloodshore in eastern Lenosha. Place this aetherometer in an appropriate location, and after a spell, retrieve it and bring it back to me. I obtain the data I require, and you and the monk simpleton are afforded the chance to indulge your, how should I put it, charming little backward fantasies. All are happy. Ideally, I would prefer you to have a knowledgeable understanding of Bloodshore's history, but I fear we lack the time for me to educate you. I need hardly tell you that my research takes precedence over your school. You know, I really want to punch you. Like, I've wanted to kick many a Lalafels, but you're not a Lala, and I want to punch you almost as bad. Just saying. Alright, stick that there. Any more? Nope. And back to Ul'dah. Don't you just love how simple these job quests were back in the day? I liked the uniqueness of them. Like, the role quests are cool and it's a little bit more watered down for it, but it's like each class had its own story, and I feel that got sacrificed for the sake of simplicity. Have you brought the aetherometer? Seems the device has suffered some damage. I suppose such things are unavoidable in this line of work. I must see to its repairs at once. That is, after all, why I put up here at the Goldsmiths Guild. My aetherometer is no ordinary device. I came up with the elaborate design myself, had the finest engineers at Garland Ironworks draft the schematics, and then commissioned the most talented goldsmiths to fabricate it. Ul'dah delivered the results of his outing not long ago. I must insist that you take your leave of me now. There's a wealth of data for me to analyze, and I fear that simply having you nearby will somehow affect the processing power of my brain. Repairing the aetherometer and determining which locations to next investigate will require some time. Why don't you go and train those muscles of yours, or whatever it is you do in my absence? I'm beginning to understand why your wife had got a kid left, dude. Be gone with a thunderclap. Oh, dear Strife, so good of you to trouble yourself to come. Normally I might be cross, but my spirits are far too high just now. And it is you I have to thank. I speak of the data you procured. It is simply marvelous. You have a true gift for grunt work, my friend. I wish I had 100 more assistants just like you. I haven't been in this field for a very long time, and I have been alone. Ever since that unfortunate mold tea fungus culture incident sparked my passion for research, I regret nothing, Strife. Say perhaps having to share so wondrous a world of souls as unlearned as yourself, still your performance has not left me completely bereft of joy. It is rewarding to think that my instruction has guided you to such success. There, how is that? Shall we dispense with any further pleasantries? Very good then. I made yet another career-defining discovery while pondering which battleground to measure next. Aethery is home to numerous locations where the Aether is in an intensely chaotic state, yet which never played host to any war. My hypothesis was that such flux in the Aether was indicative of a past battle, and all my research was predicted upon this. But turn the theory on its head, Strife. If your mind is able. What if the people of the past chose areas of roiling Aether to hold their battles? I have already sent the simpleton monk to take measurements at the fine sand banks. As you are doubtless unaware, this lies on the border between Alamigo and Gridania, and was the stage of the Autumn War. I ask that you find our monk friend and collect his aetherometer. Manual and tedious, yes, but he has an early make of the device that is unable to transmit data. I gather the numbskull is in Little Alamigo instead of Thanalan by this time. You think I ask much of you? False! I ask more. Your other task is to travel to Snakemont in the South Shroud and there take measurements with your own aetherometer. I will continue with my research here in your absence. Mind you, if you care to know aught at all of the Autumn War and the fine sand banks upon which it was fought, I will gladly enlighten you. You need only ask. Again, I'm reminded of how much of a douche this guy was, and I just want to punch him more and more. Like, I don't think he started getting really tolerable until Heaven's Word of Stormblood area. You have come far. It is good to see you, brother. You come from my aetherometer. It is not ready to give. My work is not finished. I came as soon as I was told, but the readings require more time. Do not worry, they will be ready soon. We make for Snakemont in the South Shroud. Eric believes the Aether strong there, yet that land hosted no great battles. He told me as much this morn. Leave me to my task here. Make for Snakemont. Take your readings. My work will soon be done, and I will bring the device to you. I have troubled you to come here. I will not trouble you to wait. Go, we will meet again at Snakemont, brother. Okay. The Journey of the Monk. The ARR Journey of the Monk, anyway. Brother! Well done, brother. I feel your chakra has grown. I hoped to arrive before you, but I see I am late. This land's power has gone to you. There's nothing left for me here. It is as I told you. We monks travel where aether flows strong. There we train. The power of the land enters us, thus our chakra expand. This bonding causes great unrest. The land's energy becomes unstable. It will enter no other until it calms. I feel nothing here, as you would feel nothing at Fine Sand Banks. That land bonded to my chakra, and its aether is now at unrest. The teacher's work means nothing. I took no readings. I meant to hasten here, but I was delayed. There was a gathering of the monkhood. I was summoned to Little Alamigo. The teacher's chidings. Worry not, I will use my device here. Any result will suffice. The man has already reached his conclusion. He will twist the data to fit. It is a sad existence to sacrifice all for truth, yet be unable to truly know when one sees it. Speak not of this to him, brother. You see both our aims. You know mine to be more worthy. I'll tell this to you. You and you alone. I am of the Alamigan resistance. I fight for freedom from Garlemald. I escaped the occupation. I have come here to fight, to gather allies and weapons. But these lands sadden me. The people have forgotten. Alamigo is a distant memory. The resistance here is small. They aid where they can, but it's not enough. This war demands great power. That power lies in the chakra. The teacher is not an evil man, but he thinks only of his work, not the suffering of innocence. His knowledge can be used for good. The battlefields, they can turn the tide. The chakra of many must be opened. If this way is lost to me, no, I will have this power. I must. An end to the oppression, an end to starvation. Alamiga will be made free. I will see it done. Forgive my speech. It is a matter close to my heart. I will give you my device, but I ask you say nothing of this to Eric. I beg you, brother. Back to Ul'dah. There's an RP idea for you, though. I wonder if, like, Nocta and Wildergelt are familiar with each other. You know, them having similar goals. I trust you've returned with both of my aetherometers. Please tell me you fumbling dolts haven't managed to damage either of them this time. All looks to be in order here. These readings from your device, they look promising. Very promising indeed. I dare say this data may yield revolutionary results. Your chakra opened a bit more, did it? Yes, well, aether is the most mysterious and wonderful thing. I'm glad this meaningful research could serve your non-sensible ends as well. Now, leave me to my work. Surely you can find some simple way to pass the time. Fighting, you say, or, I don't know, scratching. You're a dick. Howling fist. You two played me for a fool. The data the simpleton monk brought to me was absolutely astounding, groundbreaking, revolutionary, yet I remained objective in my analysis, as a scholar must. Poring over the data, I finally arrived at a disheartening conclusion. The two of you took measurements of the same area. The values were near identical, equivalences mocking me as I struggled to reconcile them. I could neither sleep nor eat, lest I waste time not drawing near to the truth. And for what? Tell me, what is it you two were doing in the field? Not this bloody chakra nonsense again. How many times must I tell you? It is not but imperceptible aether. Call it what it is. And to think I had a mind to put your names under mine when my hypothesis was published. This life force, this spiritual energy, this godforsaken eternal soul essence. I care not what primitive nomenclature those backward monks wish to assign it. It is aether, plain and simple. They claim they are able to manipulate and amplify it through discipline and the opening of the so-called chakra. False! This is nothing more than an ethereal regulation of organisms, a basic and natural concept. In an attempt to explain that which science does not yet fully understand, the monks have erected an institution of control. Their preachings are unassailable by design, for none can disprove the existence of the unknowable. They promise power in return for abjection and servitude, control and power indeed, only that of man. It is the very essence of a religion, and should be treated with contempt, as all religions should. Perhaps the same can be said of all religions. Aether resides in all living things, as do natural mechanisms with the capacity to regulate it. This is simply life, not some mystical supernatural endowment. I concede, of course, that the heightened mental faculties of man allow for the potential to gain conscious control over these mechanisms. Indeed, it would appear that you and that simpleton monk have already achieved that end. The indiscretion and impertinence of youth. I suppose it can be forgiven once. In my own youth, I was not the model of perfection you see before you. I, too, have made what some might call mistakes. Not myself, but some. In our talks together, the simpleton monk often spoke of the seventh chakra. Its awakening is thought to be the highest achievement among the monkhood. I make it a habit to know the tenets of my intellectual enemies. It was the flow of the aether within the two of you which betrayed your falsehood, the whispering of your chakra, as I'm sure the monks would rush to call it. But serendipity most often visits the industrious. Just so, it is precisely these ethereal whispers that prove to be the most intriguing. The waves of these sounds resonated perfectly with the aether of the battleground. I could see by your vapid expression that you were missing my point. Allow me to spell it out. It follows that if one were to visit a battlefield with a certain ethereal wave amplitude and frequency, it would resonate with one's own aether. This is the phenomenon responsible for the initial opening of your own chakra. I cannot believe I am being reduced to speaking in these terms. It stands to reason that for any ethereal wave, there may be a location that will resonate with it. Think of the implications, Strife. If the seventh chakra the monks speak of truly exists, then so too must an ultimate battleground to bond with it. The concentration of aether is such a place would be unlike anything ever recorded. I forgive your past treachery. Guide me as it did to this great discovery. That, and I need you to do more work for me. Here, take this new aetherometer. Make for Larkskull in the East Shroud. My research indicates it is a very promising tract indeed. Set up the aetherometer as you have the others in the past, and then kill whatever you must to obtain a strong reading. Slaying beasts there will release the aether of the land they are steeped in, and it may then resonate with your own. I suppose, in the primitive terms of the monkhood, that would translate to the expansion of your chakra. Oh, and you'll not be crossing paths with the simpleton monk this time. I will be sending him to take readings at East End. I have no intentions of allowing you two to conspire to impede my research again. If you care to know more about the events that have transpired at Larkskull, I suggest you pay a visit to your local library. East End, on the other hand, is a fascinating subject of which I never tire of speaking. Ask me about it any time if your curiosity ever gets the better of you. Alright, so East Shroud. At least this one bounces you all around all over the place. I swear to God, man. Black Mage kept you in Western, Central, and Eastern Thanalan. That was it. Alright, now back to Ul'dah. Yay! Forward and back again, forward and back again, and forward and back again. 1 foot forward. That's spoiler content. Ignore that. We haven't gotten there yet, quote unquote. I very much look forward to the readings of both your and Wildegelt's accelerometers. What's this? You already finished? Then what are you standing there talking for? Come, give me the accelerometer. Amazing, simply amazing. And your soul crystal is glowing more vibrant than ever before, is it not? I begin my analysis of the data with all haste. You've come to be quite the model pupil, Strife. Would that I could say the same of the monk simpleton. I can see the feeble gears turning in your mind. Come, there is no need to assume that you're innocent. If you wish to know what has transpired, you need only ask. I promise you use not a word. Point fury. The simpleton monk asked that I send you his way should I see you. He waits for you at Little Alameda in southern Thailand. Surely you see Wildegeld for the danger he is. He is the most dangerous type of mind, one blinded by revolution and revenge. I do wish you'd tell him yourself that people should live for the future rather than the past. You thought I did not know he was of Alamegan resistance? How saddening is that on the rare occasions you do trouble yourself to think. You are wrong. Of course I know. What manner of imbecile do you take me for? No doubt Wildegeld thinks me the idiot. False. These two eyes see far more than you know. I, too, am an Alamegan and love my own every bit as much as he does. Go now. Hurry to Little Alameda. I will keep you no longer. No doubt Wildegeld is only waiting for you. Back to Little Alameda I go. Doing class tests like nobody knows. You spoke to Eric. Do not lie to me, brother. You told him who I am, what I seek to do. I am not angered. He tried to sway me from my path. He believes resistance will only leave more dead. I expected as much from him. I feigned understanding. He asked much of me. Of the monkhood and the fist, he asked of the seventh chakra. My answers excited him. He said they would advance his studies. I too learned from him. I am near the seventh chakra. Soon the resistance will rise. You too will see very soon. Others do not understand. Alamigo tried to protect them. We were the shield of the realm. We bled to fend off Garlemald. None here know our suffering. None here can imagine it. The lives we led after the fall, after the shield was sundered. I have traveled far and wide. I have met many souls, but none are as you. You have a gift. Yours is a great strength. Unite it to ours, brother. Help us reclaim our home. Your efforts will be rewarded. Look upon my garments. This is the war garb of the monkhood. It attunes to the wearer's chakra, enables it to realize its fullest expression. The cloth is imbued with the power of Rhalgr. Only monks of his fist may don it. Only those who overcome many trials. I will tell you how it can be yours. Fear not, I require you to speak no vows. I only ask that you fight with us. Give yourself to our cause. You long for adventure, I understand, but such longings can wait. This cannot. See Alamigo freed, then enjoy your own freedoms. What say you, brother? Yeah. You have the heart of a true monk. You are different from the others in this realm. Hear this. A set of our war garb was stolen. The Fist has tracked the bandits. We now know where 3 of the relics are. Here in southern Thanalan, the Sepulchre and the Circle of the Tempered. And in northern Thanalan, the abandoned Amaja Mithril Mine. Your soul crystal will react to the relics. Draw near them and they will glow. By this power you can find them. The Fist's honor has been trampled upon. Make the heretics you find pay for their sins. Eric has sold his soul to this land, but he is a knowledgeable man. He knows more than I of the monkhood, and of the Fist. Speak with him if you would know more of our way. The man revels in hearing himself speak. I await the day we fight side by side, brother. Go now, and go well. Don't mind me, I'm just gonna take this, guys. You're not gonna mess with me, right? You don't want to die. Oh my god, I get to go to the North Thanalan for this one. Oh my goodness. Hi, don't mind me. I assume that is back to Little Alamigo, which I'm correct. Well, at least I'm almost done. Again, even with the break I took after the Jeep, it was still going much faster than Black Mage ever did. You have returned. The first 3 relics are yours, and now the Fist has located the 4th. There's a Kukurian merchant who deals in contraband. The 4th relic is among his wares. Hurry to Lower Lenosha, find this Kukira, and take back that which is now yours by right. Not necessarily sure I'd say it's mine by right. How appropriate I get the Leviathan mount on random roulette here. Stinky herd, come to stop Kikaroon's business. Come to take Shinies, kill him, kill the Stinky. Do we have to do this? Don't kill Kikaroon. Please, don't kill. Take back Monk's Circle. Take and spare. Back to the little amigo. The fourth relic is now yours. You have done well, brother. But know this, there's another relic, a fifth and final piece. It will be yours, a gift from brother to brother, given on the day Alamigo stands free once more. That day is near. Eric sent word not long ago. He claims his revolution has begun as well. He has made a grand discovery, and is now setting it to paper. I look forward to his work. With it, we will know all we must. The day he finishes will be the day Alamigo is reborn. Return to him now, brother. Ask for yourself when that day will be. May Rhalgr watch over you. Back to the Goldsmith's Guild. I think there's only one quest left after this, so we're pretty much there. I'm afraid I haven't time for you now, Strife. I'm penning my thesis based on the ethereal data you and the simpleton collected. There have been significant developments since last we spoke, or rather since last I spoke, and you stood before me with that ever vapid expression. Soon I will complete my work and present it at the conference of my peers. Surely you can pass the time until then punching and kicking and pursuing other monkly interests, yes? Go do that then. How about I just, punch and kick you? My theory was correct. Correct, I tell you. This will be the greatest academic breakthrough of my lifetime, perhaps of all lifetimes. I shall spare you the details of my experiment, as you are not like to comprehend their significance anyway, and proceed directly to the all-important conclusion. The announcement of my theory before a council of my peers was met with thunderous applause. And to think I owe it all to the vacant-eyed adventurer and the simpleton monk. Both you and the Pugilist guild that sent you are due a debt of gratitude. Speaking of the monk, where in Eorzea has the similiterate oaf wandered off to? I took note of his attendance among the spectators at the conference, but he has yet to present himself and offer his congratulations. Ah! What have I done, Strife? I fear the words I offered may have driven Ul'dah to attempt the insane. I analyzed the ethereal waves of your body, second by second. I was able to isolate and identify those of the final ethereal regulation mechanism, the so-called 7th chakra. From that, I was able to find the land which was most likely to resonate with those waves. Silvertear Falls. I went to the site myself to investigate, and it was there that I made my great discovery. The discovery of the century. It occurs to me that you shall never accomplish such a feat of the mind, Strife, and I find myself pitying you, but I digress. Do you not see what I have done, Strife? I told him precisely where he must go to unlock the 7th chakra. He has given his life to the fight to reclaim Alamigo from the Empire. More than anything, he desires the power needed to achieve that end. The power to combat the might of Garlemald. Any fool can see that. Almost any fool can see that he imagines the seventh chakra to be that power. Yet battling the Empire in such terms will only result in another tragedy like that which befell Alamigo. I pray you do not mean to follow him in this fool's crusade. He has gone to Silver Tears Falls in Mordona, I am certain of it. You must go, Strife. You must stop him. My words will not sway him, just as they could not sway my son. Perhaps yours will. Oh. More donuts to go find brother. You claim the power of Garlemald. Fools. Power outside your own cannot be trusted. You had no hope of defeating me. The seventh chakra swells within me. Soon it will open. When it does, the Empire will burn. The power of Magitech. The power of Garlemald. They are nothing. Alamigo fell to these! Ah, brother, you are late. But perhaps that is best. I have just attended to our Garlean guests. I wanted us to be alone. Eric was right. This is the place. You have come. Our chakra beat as drums. Do you not feel it, brother? Living in constant fear of death, struggling to stay warm enough to sleep, eating crumbs to fight hunger. Garlemald took everything from Alamigo. They left us nothing, not even our pride. Look to the Craven Teacher. He is proof of the truth I speak. I will reclaim it, all of it, but I need great power to do so. That power rests in the seventh chakra. I made you a promise. I have not forgotten. The fifth and final piece. It is yours to claim, but only if you defeat me. I told you when we first met, we monks seek sacred ground. There we train. That is how the chakra are opened. The teacher told me himself, this is where the seventh chakra opens. This is my sacred battleground, the ground of battle between you and me. Your strength has peaked. Through it, mine will grow. Do not despair. Your death will have purpose. It will be for Alamigo. Rejoice, brother. You shall die a martyr. So close. Why? Why will you not yield your power for the greater good? Stay back. This power is mine. The others of Eorzea ignore our suffering. Why should I care for their lives? Why should I care for yours? I must have that power. I must protect my people. Strife, that power. That light. Never have I seen any like it. Is this the opening of the seventh chakra? Fascinating, simply fascinating. You have no mind for study, but your gift for fieldwork is extraordinary indeed. Oh! I forgot about that. Why? Why did you strike me? Silence, you bloody fool! You oaf! You idiot! I would strike you 1,000 times more if it did not pain my hand so. Next time I shall bring a stick. Bugger opening your infernal chakra and open your bloody ears for once. Sid Garland of the ironworks that bear his name once wrote that these Silvertear Falls lie at the center of our world. Our world is round, and we live on its surface. Even you should see then, that he did not speak of a center in the physical sense. I'm no astrologian, nor a biologist, but I have studied enough of the various sciences to say this. The vital energy of Heidelin, that which is called Aether, is one and the same as the life force in which you monks believe. As the center of our world, these Silvertear Falls are connected to what you call chakra in an inexplicably profound way. We all share in the same existence. We are neither separate nor distinct from the world. Our energy and its energy are one. At times, that energy may wreak havoc and destruction, but it plays a far grander and more significant role. To bring forth life. As part of this world, you must endeavor to do the same. You sought only to gain power by force. In that, you are no different than the very Garleans you seek to destroy. Is that what you truly wish to be? You speak pretty words, but you would speak them to our people, to every soul who has suffered. To children with empty bellies, to wives made widows. I would. To every last soul among them. Even if they failed to grasp their meaning, as you do now, I would and will speak those words until they are understood. Long have I studied the history of this realm's wars. If there is aught I have learned, it is that there is no future for Eorzea should her people struggle and vie for power without considering the consequences of their doing so. With great power comes great responsibility. Thanks, Uncle Ben! To seize the former and deny the latter is to beget despair. The duty we owe to one another and to this world as part of it is to use what power we possess to deliver a future full of life, not death. Can you truly not see the right in this? You have done the realm, indeed the world, a great service, Strife. As a scholar, as a teacher, as an Alamegan, as a man, I offer you my deepest thanks. Not long ago I spoke with a man, an Alamegan. He too was of the Resistance. He asked me a simple question. Why do I fight? I did not hesitate, I did not think. The word came out of its own will. Revenge. He said revenge is in all our hearts, that it is the most common of reasons, the easiest, and the most dangerous. I did not think on it then. Perhaps now I should. I thought of nothing else, but you thought of me, brother. You and the teacher. For that I thank you both. I made a promise. I will keep it. The fifth piece is yours. It is meant for you, for one whose seventh chakra is open. Alamigo fought to protect itself, to protect all Eorzea from the Empire. And yet we were despised, ignored. Worse, we are forgotten. Even so, the teacher preached peace. For a long time I did not understand. I hated him for it. Alamegans are a proud people. This pride is strong in me, and in the teacher, as it was in his son. He fought in the resistance, yet it cost him his life. He too cursed his father for being a coward. I wish I could speak to him. I wish to tell him that is not so. Farewell, brother. May Rhalgr watch over you. And that opened up perfect balance and completed the Pugilist monk MS quests. So, there we go. So yeah, only 2.5 hours to do that one. That was still about 30 or so minutes faster. So, alright, so I'm basically going to be doing a stream a day for the rest of the week, with the exception of Friday. Hopefully Zell and and Rain and everybody will feel up to doing Chrono Trigger this Friday. We can kind of get back to that. Other than that, I'm going to be streaming an ARR class quest from start to finish every night this week, with maybe the exception of Saturday as well, just because I have the early shift on that day, the next day, so I don't know, we'll see. So tomorrow we will cover the final Ul'dah ARR quest, which was Gladiator / Paladin. So yeah, Wednesday will be that. Thursday we will start the Gridania one, which we will start with Archer Bard. If I'm feeling up for it, Saturday we'll then do Lancer Dragoon, and then Sunday maybe try and do what am I thinking here? Conjurer White Mage. And then maybe what I may try and do, if it doesn't take too long, is Monday we'll attempt to do all of God, why am my brain derping? Rogue Ninja, Arcanist Scholar Summoner, and then closing out with Marauder Warrior. And then Tuesday, if I can work it out, we'll do Hildebrand. So if I do this right, I could probably work that out. At least going forward, I should be able to do them kind of simple enough. Since there aren't as many quests. Because Heaven's Ward, while there are 3 more classes to do, they only have 5 quests each, I think. Because I got one like, maybe 6, because there was a starting quest at 50 and it went up to 60. So maybe 6 each. So I could still probably do that like maybe 2 days worth. So, which will be done at the end of Heaven's Ward anyway. So. So yeah, I'll be back tomorrow to wrap this one up for Ul'dah, and then moving on, so forth and so on. Like I said, hopefully we will attempt to do Chrono Trigger on Friday. Maybe I might do more of the job questing on Sunday. I also kind of want to do something maybe a little different on Sunday to kind of enjoy, because this Friday is my 7-year Twitch anniversary. January 30th will be my 7-year Twitch anniversary, so I kind of want to do something slightly different for that. I don't know what, but we'll see. But in the meantime, this is good for me. I got 2 of the jobs done, so it's not 3 since it took frickin' forever. But I'm happy I got at least 2 done. What are we doing? Normally I might try and raid even with just a couple of people, but I don't know. I don't really. I just kind of want to be done for the night. It's been a day, so. Alright, I will see you guys tomorrow with the final part of Extreme Job Hunting Ul'dah Edition, which is what it started out as. So. Good night, guys. Bye-bye.